and welcome back to Computers Are Awesome, the YouTube channel. And I'm sorry for the bad camera quality, because I'm using a $7 Alcatel Dawn, and the camera is 720p, and that's actually not the greatest. I am kind of used to 1080p. But this is a Raspberry Pi, and I do not know the model number. I think it's the Model B, I'm not sure, or it might be the Model A. Although I certainly know it's not the Model B3. There are certain types of Model Bs. There's a B2 and a B3 and probably a B1. Sorry for saying it out of order, but yeah. This is probably the B1 or an A, Raspberry Pi Model A. Not sure. And since I'm not sure, this may have 512 megabytes of RAM and or 256 megabytes of RAM. And graphics, I truly do not know. Haven't turned on this machine in a long time. It either has a 700 megahertz CPU, single core, or 900 megahertz CPU, single core. And I might not be correct on both the CPU clock speeds. But I can tell you for sure of the ports, because I obviously know the ports if I am into computers. And only Raspberry Pi I've been focusing on this past year is probably the Raspberry Pi Model B3, because these ones are far too old for me to focus on sometimes. But I still do focus, or take turn them on once in a while. But I do not really research these older Raspberry Pis. Yeah. And there's probably sufficient information in the internet if I were to spend a lot of my time searching. And let's just tell the specs. So I'll start on the front side. So these are two USB 2.0 ports, an Ethernet an Ethernet port, not an Ethernet adapter, 3.5mm headphone jack, and RCA video out, I'm pretty sure. I know because I hooked this up to a television, so it's obviously an RCA video. It's either in or out. I think it's RCA video out. An HDMI port if you really want to use a good TV for this. Micro USB port to power the machine. An SD card slot, or you would put the SD card and you'd put the operating system on it, because this has no internal storage whatsoever. Pins for expansion, for like using this as like a little microcontroller or something. And two more expansion ports, probably for screen, an LCD display on one of these, and a camera. I'm not sure. I mean, I'm pretty sure on the Raspberry Pi Zero and Raspberry Pi Model B3, but I'm not that sure. This, I'm pretty sure that both of these are for camera and LCD. I'm just not sure which is which. Or, yeah. Little LED lights so that it can tell you if it powers on and other stuff. They took that out with the modern Raspberry Pi, probably. No, they did not. They did not. Last I remember. Sorry, my memory's not that good with this, unfortunately, because I've been focusing on many other things like the computers I found. But a capacitor, yeah, and a couple chips. I think this is the main CPU and GPU. Not sure, but I know this Raspberry Pi works, and yeah. Haven't really researched this in a long time, and yeah, I do have another one of these at home, and I have a Raspberry Pi Zero and a Raspberry Pi B Model 3. The only Raspberry Pis I don't know the model number to is these, which I always thought were Model A's, but I think they're Model B's. But yeah, it's the credit card sized computer, the older version. So if you like this video, please like it and subscribe, and well, bye.